Hello, I'm there's Luke Cartographer, and this is the 19th video of my Fallout 76 post-Wastelanders main quest series. We're doing the quest Key to the Past. In fact, we're now on the Diehards key fragment. We're actually on the second half of that. The first half, we came up here to the Sunnytop ski lanes. We're now on our way to the Palace of the Winding Path to get the admin password, which will allow us to make a copy of the originally destroyed fragment of the key, because Margie McClintock, the head of the Diehards, destroyed her key fragment, but we can make a backup one here at the Palace of the Winding Path. So, let's get up there. Beautiful day out here. Alright, so we're coming up on, I think, a Monongah power plant power station. We got some fireflies flying around up here. Yep. Again, this is one of those enemies that, well, not really an enemy. It's a critter that has a red name when you aim at it, but they're not hostile. Let's see. Oop, scorched. Yep, Monongah Power Substation MZ01. There are 9 power substations in the game. 3 for each of the nuclear plants. There's the nuclear plant in Charleston. That provides power to the substations in the forest. There is the power plant in Monongah. And that provides power to the substations in the Savage Divide and the one that's actually down near Lewisburg as well. And then there are the there's the Thunder Mountains power plant out in the Mire, and that powers the substations in the Mire and the Cranberry Bog. The nice thing about these substations is that they draw power from the nuclear plants if the plants are active, which means that, again, if the plants have been repaired and are operating properly, you can draw the power and use it for your own uses without having to build generators of your own. And they provide a significant amount of power. I'm going to grab all this junk, and next time I find a scrapping station, I'm going to scrap it. While I've been using this character to show you the quest line, I've not been doing any side content with this character other than the stuff I've been showing you. So they are woefully under-equipped when it comes to junk, ammo, meds, food, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to have to start doing some more things where I pick up more stuff. Interesting. Let's check this out real quick. Mailbox for this house up here. Got a little bit of construction junk there. Or like old building pieces, I mean. Car by this ruined house. Anything in the house itself? Well, it says that we're still under risk. I think that's from the power substation. Just have some fireflies here. Not bad junk. Not really. Yeah, again, I don't have anything, so even if I don't really need the ceramic and glass from those items, I'll grab them. It's funny how after a while you see the components when you're looking at the parts. Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Not too much to see there. This house appears to be filled with petrified corpses, meaning that the Scorched were here at one point. Could be that the house itself was destroyed by a Scorched beast, but there's no real evidence of that. Okay, back on the highway. And we have the actual Palace of the Winding Path, the icon showing up on the compass. It was actually showing up a little bit earlier, but anyway. Truck over there must have run off the road and hit that tree. Is there something in the bed of it? Just some wood. You could harvest that for some wood. Looks like we got a place you could place down a resource collector. Looks like concrete, probably. Gravel pit. Little scenic overlook here. Giving us a nice view of the Palace of the Winding Path, if there weren't so many trees, at least. Okay. Man, this road is just wrecked. Likely this happened because of the shifting of the tectonic plates on the day of the bombs. All that excess energy released into the ground released all those tectonic plates, or released all the points of convergence, and so these plates that had been kind of locked up against each other with friction suddenly had all the energy they needed to shift. And so entire areas were just wrecked like this. Cop car here. Wonder what they were up to. Really a fascinating looking building. I mean, it's clearly all facade and the facade is really starting to crumble, but it still looks really beautiful. Alright. Let's see. Guess we have to head down this little road, or I guess we could drop. Yeah, let's just drop. Okay, so this place is typically overrun with the Scorched, or feral ghouls, sometimes super mutants. Let's see if we can see anything from here. Nothing yet. And not only that, but some of the far textures are still loaded in there. You can get a near texture there, and you can see the intricacy of the gilding on this thing. Couple of skeletons. Oh, 3 skeletons, actually. Wonder what the story is here. Some cash and a watch. I'll take the watch. Okay. So this was, from what we learned before, originally not a raider outpost, but basically the people that were living here at the Palace of the Winding Path continue to live here under some sort of protection from the Diehards, it seems. And these folks here had a lot of drugs, which they traded for protection. And then one day they all just vanished. We'll see a little bit of that story in here. Okay. Here's a door. Gonna start sneaking now because we're getting actually into the area where you're gonna find a lot of enemies. Oh, like I said. So it seems like it's scorched today. Mole rats too, from the sounds of it. Okay. Seem to have killed all the ones that were within earshot of that gun blast, the original one, I mean. Okay, so we need to get in there, which I believe we'll still be able to get into from this area. Yep. Okay. Very shiny floors. Look at that. Oh. One left. And one more kill. Okay, and they're supposed to put their password in here. Transcend Enigma. Okay. Anything else in here? You know, they're traveling with their graduated cylinder. Makes sense. Let's see. Some more ammo. I'm now out of ammo with my pistol. Well, actually, I have other pistols. Let's see what else we got. There we go. Oh. There we go. Okay, so now we need to duplicate the Diehards key fragment using the their machine, and the machine is only accessible with this password that we got. Let's see, because Marjorie McClintock gave it to them in order to give them some leverage should the Diehards disappear. Jeez Louise. I mean, I know I wasn't striking them in the head with these those pistol rounds, but still. This must be a pretty under-leveled pistol for my level. Let's see, actually, about that. Level 5, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I was gonna take my stim packs and reattach them to a favorite. There we go. I probably should use them, or use one of them, I mean, but for now I'm okay. Ooh. Okay, so it's leading us down here. Did I... There we go. More ammunition. Okay. Here we go. Holotape duplication terminal. Greetings, user. What do you wish to do today? Let's duplicate from archives. Which archived holotape do you wish to duplicate? We need the Diehards key fragment. There we go.
Hey, I kinda lost track of you out there. I was, busy doing some stuff. And by stuff, finding chems. You know? I almost feel bad for old Margie. Smart as a whip, but never did like to get her hands dirty. And couldn't hack it when push came to shove. Anyway, did you find her key? Let's pretend you did and move on. I don't have all day to watch you putter about. Hey, speaking of putters, I'm not sure what you'll find at Bolton Greens, but I am sure that whatever happened to the Gourmands, it was as grisly and inhuman as they were. Good luck! You'll forgive me for not watching this time.
So yeah, that's going to be the next video when we go after the Gourmands, but we're going to take a look at all the lore we can find here. So, starting with Incense Complaint. To whom it may concern, I tried attending one of your guided meditations, and while I found it relaxing at first, I could not stand the smell of the spiritual incense. As bad as it was for me, it was worse for the Crimson Walrus sitting next to me, whose nose grew bigger each time he sneezed. Might be something in this incense. Let's see. What else have we got out here? So we got a little back porch area here, where it appears that they were growing crops and herbs. Pretty neat. Some raider spikes there. We got a nice view of the Toxic Valley down there, including the home of the remains of the Diehards. That is the home right down there. Where's my gun with the scope? There we are. That's the home of the raiders that used to live up here. That's the home of the Diehards. Well, now the Crater Raiders, who have returned to Appalachia. They were the only raider gang to survive as far as I know. It could be that the Trappers survived as well, but I don't really have any evidence to say that they did. The Blackwater Bandits we know are dead. The Gourmands, we'll learn in the next video, are dead. And the Cutthroats are most definitely dead. Let's see, what about in here? We've been in here, but we didn't really explore this area entirely. We've got a bunch of blocks spelling out drugs, along with some day tripper. I'll grab that. A lot of places for people to lie around, drink tea, and use other substances, it seems. Actually, I'm going to grab that. Okay. What else have we got in here? Again, we've already explored some of these areas, but it's nice to get some stuff out of that first aid kit. And we'll go back down in here. And through this door over here. Because this is the underworks of the entire structure here. Oh. Whoa, where did you just come from? I mean, honestly, I don't know. Okay. I had thought that when I walked out, it was only down the stairs. There's another catwalk over there. Is that guy up there? Yeah. There we go. Okay, is that everybody in here? Seems to be. These are the enormous vats of chemicals that they were pumping in through the vents, the incense and stuff. Let's see. We got a terminal here to open this door. Okay. Got some junk in here. A button to open and close that door. And I can scrap some stuff real quick. Okay. In fact, let me see if I got any weapons to scrap. Okay, scrap some stuff. Let's get out of this room. And let's check this out. We got a microscope there. Always a good piece of junk. Rat poison too. We got a guided meditation terminal. Instructions. Greetings, friend. So you wish to run the automatic guided mute meditation program? Directions. A healthy supply of spiritual incense should be present in the brazier at all times. Details can be found in the entry labeled Spiritual Incense. Alight the central brazier when the time is right. If the fire has died down, it means the brazier has gone into smolder mode for optimal incense burning. Guided meditation should begin automatically. Direct guests to the tranquil sanctum, and guided instructions should play. Monitor your disciples. In the rare event that a disciple has an adverse reaction to the incense, up to and including bodily harm to themselves or others, remove them from the area until they come down from the effects. Clean up any leftover incense ashes from the brazier when needed. Okay. A primer on spiritual incense. What is spiritual incense? Spiritual incense is the name we give to the proprietary bundle of materials we use during guided meditation to help us visualize the unseen and reach a higher level of consciousness. Edited on June 27th, 2078. Some materials are becoming hard to come by after the war, so we've had to improvise. The effects are nearly identical, but there is an increased rate of hallucinations, psychosis, and other medical issues, so monitor users closely. Okay. Ingredients list. Data corruption error. Making incense. Directions. Warning. Only for use in the Palace of the Winding Path ventilated brazier system. Burning spiritual incense elsewhere may result in catastrophic respiratory failure and death. Crush the contents of the Mintat's tin in the Day Tripper into a fine powder. Mix together in a bowl with 1 cup of oil. 2. Wrap the fiberglass sheet around a hard surface and gently shave or file it. To create about 3 cups of fiberglass dust. Mix in with the Kim mixture? That is not a good idea. 3. Separate the treated aster blossoms from the stems and set aside. 4. Cut the fire caps into small cubes. 5. Lay out the cloth on a flat surface. Place the aster blossoms in the center. 6. Pour the Kim and oil mixture over the aster blossoms, allowing it to soak into the cloth. 7. Sprinkle the fire cap cubes onto the area. 8. Tightly wrap the cloth around the incense mixture and continue to bundle it until it is tight and compact. 9. Soak the bundle in the remaining oil to complete the recipe. Wow, you really shouldn't be doing anything with fiberglass like that. Warnings. Only for use in the Palace of the Winding Path ventilated brazier system, burning spiritual incense elsewhere may result in catastrophic respiratory failure. Warning. Always wear a protective mask and gloves when making or handling the incense. Yeah, you don't really want to be touching fiberglass like that. Warning. Spiritual incense may produce a hallucinogenic effect. Do not believe anything your hallucinations tell you. Okay. Message log. From September 8th, 2077. Incense effects reported to be underperforming per expectations. Tweaking the formula slightly to reduce the sedative effects and increase the hallucinatory effects. According to Simon, data indicates that guests are more likely to return if they experience a spiritual vision during the guided meditation session. September 26th, 2077. Called an HVAC specialist in to perform some maintenance on the pipes leading from one of the main burners. Above ground output was low for a few days, while the leak down here led to higher than normal incense fume exposure for myself and the other technicians. We were mostly able to continue working once we realized the talking unicorns were not in fact real. However, I recommend removing any sharp objects from the room for a while. October 23rd, 2077, day of the bombs. Ran the incense burners a little longer than normal last night. I had thought the leaks were fixed, but this morning we saw bright lights on the horizon and clouds of fire in the sky. The incense tends to produce shared hallucinations, but that only occurs during guided meditation, which was not running. So yeah, they were so high they didn't realize the apocalypse happened. December 29th, 2077. Since the war, incense ingredients have been hard to come by. We started rationing weeks ago in anticipation of this, and doses were much lower. The sedative effects of the incense are a priority to keep people from freaking out. I began to improvise with some other ingredients and found some creative ways of stretching the supply, at least until things return to relative normal. Other Kim supplies are plentiful. And June 27th, 2078. Discovered a suitable replacement for the incense formula. I'm a little worried since it goes against most food and drug safety regulations, but the alternative is that we got no supply and people start getting belligerent. Keeping people mellow and happy is much more important. I'll update the primer. April 16th, 2079. There's some concern that the revised incense formula is causing some adverse reactions for some people. Bad trips and or increased aggression are more frequent with certain batches, and I haven't been able to determine why. Currently thinking it has something to do with the potentially radioactive materials. Okay. So you can see that they continue to operate for at least a few years after the bombs. We got a holotape here. Cyrus is concerned.
Warm greetings, friend.
Yeah. Warm greetings and wholeness and all that. You, wanted to see me?
Yes, indeed I did, Disciple Simon. I'm proud of everything you've accomplished here in such a short time, but I'm having concerns about our new direction.
You mean the, transitory disciple program? What's the problem? Are the guests complaining?
Quite the opposite. By the time they depart, they appear blissful and enlightened. It's wonderful. No, it's a far more material issue, I'm afraid. The amount of money that you're spending to advertise the palace has me concerned.
Don't let those sorts of matters worry you, Cyrus. After all, that's why you appointed me as the palace business manager. You just go and get naked and run around lighting incense, painting watermelons, or whatever you need to do. Leave the rest to me.
Come now, disciple Simon, you're beginning to sound similar to when you first arrived at our doorstep. Oh my, perhaps your balance has shifted. Did you wish to be anointed in oils for a cleansing?
No, I'm fine. Quite balanced. Everything is great. No more anointing, please.
Oh, very well. Perhaps I'm worrying needlessly. After all, it is you who has gifted us with this new direction and brought so many people here to achieve wholeness.
Yeah, no sweat there, Cyrus. Don't even worry about it. Anyway, since I'm here, I need you to look at these plans for a ventilation. For spiritual conduits I want to have installed.
That was just odd. I mean, clearly, definitely two different worldviews from those two people there. Okay, so yeah, Cyrus seems to have been the one who was running the spiritual guidance here, and Simon was the one who was trying to make a quick buck. Let's head up here. And we're going to take a quick look around the rest of this place. We've seen basically the entirety of the underbelly, I believe. Actually, we may have missed a little bit. I just wanted to head out that door so we could see exactly where it went. But let's head back down here real quick. Okay, so again, that's the door that goes down. And we got a kitchen over here. See if there's any food left over. Some sugar there. Got some potatoes and carrots and corn. Salisbury steak. A recipe here. Some wood to cook with. This is interesting. Rat poison. I was looking at this and it looked like it was a door almost. So I was almost thinking that these bookshelves might be false fronts. Okay, anything we want to see around this side? Well, we can go take a look at these pagodas out here that are on top of the water. Is pagoda the right word for this? Probably not. A speaker there. That's part of the whole guided meditation event here, in which basically you listen to some really annoying recordings and defend the speakers from being destroyed by monsters. Okay, looks like some kids are hanging out up here. Child's note. Mommy said I can't play at the temple if there's smoke. She said not to play with the scary people because they are here to keep us safe from more scary people. So I took my bear friends and we are playing with toys here. Okay, so yeah, there was a child who was being told by the mother, don't come up here when we're burning the stuff that has fiberglass in it. Mommy's trying to get high. And also stay away from the raiders, because while they're here to protect us, they are scary people. So, yeah, the Diehards were here protecting them, like I said before. Why don't we head back into the temple and head up. This is the spiritual incense burner right here. Looks like people haven't been following the primer and removing the ash when they're done with it. Another speaker there. We can check out these little structures real quick. Not too much to see here. We do have a terminal, though. Cyrus's terminal. Personal mail from October 12th, 2075 to Simon Gladwell. Warm greetings, friend. I've read your transitory novice program proposal and I find it very illuminating. When this retreat was founded, I had originally intended it to be a permanent destination, a place where one can free their mind and spend a lifetime expanding the boundaries of their consciousness. However, having novices as guests for a limited time might prove to be both invigorating and lucrative. While I'm not normally burdened by material things, I'm not blind to the fact that we need financial stability to keep this place running. Allow me to consider what I've seen and we'll speak again soon. From December 20th of 2075 to all disciples. Tomorrow is the winter solstice, so I want all the disciples to be sure that they're wearing their blue ribbons and blue hair glitter and carrying the painted watermelons. If you've lost your watermelon, find Hannah and she should be able to find a replacement. Remember, this is an important day of celebration and I want to make all our novices feel like they're part of the tradition. They had watermelons in December? I mean, I guess, yeah, we have them now, but they're definitely not in season. March 10th, 2076. We've had some minor complaints from our novices about disciples frolicking around the gardens in the nude. While I applaud this celebration of free spirit, please understand that some of our novices are quite new here, and it may take time for them to achieve that level of spiritual enlightenment. In the future, I suggest all frolicking be done on your own time in the privacy of your own rooms. And August 1st, 2076, to Simon Gladwell. I'm overjoyed with how well the transitory novice program is progressing. Not only is our retreat overflowing with positive energy, but our permanent disciples have been reporting an overbalance of spiritual power, something that I've been striving for since the day this place was founded. I was also delighted to receive your generous request to have the signing rights to the bank accounts placed in your name. Now that I've been freed from the shackles of commercialism, I can focus my attempts at attaining my full inner state, total jubilant bliss. Starting to sound like Simon is about to rob him. September 9th, 2076, to all disciples. Disciple Gladwell has graciously planned a most wonderful Enlightenment Thursday this week. Instead of our usual gathering outdoors, he's requested that all of us simply stay in our beds, close our eyes, and attempt a metaphysical transformation. To ease this transition, he's had some special ventilation systems installed throughout the retreat, which will fill the air with the sweetest of scents and earthly delights. I'd like to extend my personal thanks to Disciple Gladwell for everything he's done for the palace, and I encourage you to do the same when we all meet on the astral plane. Whew. This sounds like a mass suicide that's about to take place there. Okay, let's see. A beaker stand. Again, why are these suitcases full of chemistry equipment? I guess this place is pretty big on that kind of stuff, but anyway, we got something drawn up there. Okay, this... interesting. Let's see here. Get out and stay out. When a fire starts to grow, call 911 and let them know. Never go back in a burning building. This looks like a sheet out of a coloring book, except for it's clearly from the Fallout universe because that fire truck there. I was thinking they almost might have just scanned a sheet from from a real coloring book and put it in there, but no. Okay, let's see. Crystal liquid decanter, I'll take that. And let's check out the other side. I mean, there clearly were people living here after the bombs. I don't know, maybe Simon died? Let's see. Oh, another terminal. Simon Gladwell's terminal. Hopefully we'll find out a little bit more here. From July 18th, 2075. Before I arrived at the palace, I was a mess. I lost my job, my wife left me, and I was dead broke. Everything I worked to achieve all my life disintegrated before my eyes. He helped me understand that those things were minute compared to the scope of the universe. At first I was skeptical. Coming from the world of business where money was my lifeblood, I thought Cyrus was crazy to suggest its insignificance. It's taken several months, but I finally feel like I agree with him. I finally feel as though I'm at peace. Let's watch the transition take place. From September 2nd, 2075. As I walk around and drink in our humble retreat, I'm starting to realize that it feels like a wasted opportunity. This is an amazing place with so much to offer, yet only those who intend to dedicate their entire lives to inner enlightenment are allowed within. Perhaps if we allowed guests to stop by and temporarily feel at peace, not only would we be spreading the word of the winding path, but we'd also ease this facility from its financial burdens. Tonight, I intend to create such a proposal and share it with Cyrus. And it's February 11th, 2076. We're in the 4th month of the Transitory Disciple Program, and I couldn't be more pleased with the balance sheets. Of all the business ventures I've embarked upon, this has got to be the most lucrative. The best part of this plan is that the guests hardly need anything to be entertained, just minimal staff and a clean place to sleep. In the last month alone, we've netted thousands in profits. I began this journey to the palace searching for enlightenment, but who needs it when you've discovered a way to become stinking rich? Wow. So, from July of 2075 to February of 2076, he went from seeking enlightenment right back to looking to screw these people over. August 22nd, 2076. I've worked on expanded packages for couples and come up with a list. Weekend Enlightenment, package of 2, $400. Weekend Deluxe Nirvana package for 2, $650. Weekend Disciples Delight package for 2, $1,000. Monthly Astral Sabbatical for 2, $3,250. I'll have to run these by Cyrus, of course, but that idiot's off finding himself or whatever he does in the woods alone. Thank goodness he put me in charge of the accounts. Heck, maybe I'll just push it through myself. So the prices here don't really make that much sense because the Fallout universe has the whole inflation up to 2077 in it. And again, this is 2076, but still, a box of donuts in 2077 cost $30. So the idea that they would have a weekend package here for $400 doesn't really sound right. Let's see though. And the last entry is September 10th, 2076. Spending the cash on the new ventilation system worked like a charm. All I need to do is make sure one of the staff is here to keep cycling the canisters of spiritual incense, and the guests stay in La La Land for their entire duration of their stay. I have no idea what's in the gas, but no one's gotten sick yet, so I'd say we're fine. I've been able to save a fortune on meals and bed linen changing. I can't believe how well this has worked out. The palace is still booked solid through Christmas, and I'm getting filthy rich. Enlightenment indeed. Okay, so good. I thought that I'd missed a mass suicide here. No, instead all he did was pump sedative through the ventilation system to keep people in bed the entirety of their stays so that he could save more money. This is ridiculous. Okay, let's go further up. Where... oh. And... shotgun. Whoa. Stem pack. Okay. I was not expecting them to be back just yet. Let's see. Got a couple people dead here who were lighting candles, it looks like, maybe praying at the time. I don't think the people died here on the day of the bombs. This is likely something else. Yeah, it goes back outside. Okay. Let's head upstairs. Got a nice view of that chamber there. Let's check out this area. Just a hallway around. And again, I think people maybe use these for praying or meditation. Let's head upstairs again. Okay, so we've got beds, some other bits of furniture here. Silver bowl, I'll grab that. Okay, coming around here. We've got a door here that says keep out. Let's see what this was for. Psychotats, boiled water, some booze. I don't know why I pick up the booze, because I never drink in the game. Like, unless I need a little bit of strength for carry capacity. Someone was laying out their cigarettes weirdly there. Let's see. Oh, we got a note. Unsent letter. Dear Kirch, see, I told you I'd write you. You really need to get over here and check out the Palace of the Winding Path. This place is your dream. Pack up the old Kim box and meet me at the Red Rocket Megastop. It'll be the start of your spiritual journey. I met a guy there that's got stuff that'll make you fly. Just don't let any of the Protectrons catch you loitering. They're worse than the cops. If worse comes to worse, see if you can find their control terminal. As long as you're at least somewhat coherent, I'm sure you can put those old tech skills to use and shut them down. From Ginny. Okay, and let's see. Anything else in here? Nothing else, it seems. Another silver bowl. Okay, so I guess we've explored this little room here. Another bed there. Seems that people maybe congregated up here after the bombs and tried not to use all the rooms, but instead wanted to kind of be close to each other for security's sake. Probably also meant that if they were burning incense through the ventilation system, that they didn't have to send it all over the compound, just up here. So we got a symbol of the cutthroats there. That's originally the symbol for Cutthroat Crag ski run. Kimbox with 3 stim packs. Very nice. I'm very happy about that. And some baked bloatfly. Okay. Let's keep heading up. Okay, we are up on the top level, I believe, at this point. You can come in here, and again, we got a nice view of that area down there. We got a nice look up the dome there. Another silver bowl and some medics. I think that like this little table here was just something that they copied and pasted, because again, another silver bowl. The same exact wax on the bottom. I guess they maybe moved the candles and the vases around on top. Anyway, let's come out here, and we can find the remains of Margie McClintock. There she is. She's got a frag grenade on her, and she's got a bag under her with Margie's goodbye note. Take me too. This is, of course, after the sudden disappearance of everybody that was here. And we got a plan Molotov cocktail, and a Raider power armor helmet here in the steamer trunk for the location. And let's head around here. Oop. And again, we're back in this area. Okay, well, I think that we've actually seen everything that this place has to offer. We've got the fragment of the Diehards fragment of the key to the lockup down at the Pleasant Valley Ski Resort. And next video, we're going to be going after the key fragment that was held by the Gourmands, the cannibal gang of raiders. They are actually held up down in Bolton Greens. We haven't been there yet, but it's not too far from other locations that we've seen, like Vaultec University or Greg's Mine Supply. Anyway, though, this has been the Irresolute Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.